overview of Tableau and its comparison with Excel. In short, while we are start this webinar, I would like to apprise you about the CPE committee. The profession of chartered accountancy has always been recognized for a quality of education, training, and strong grip over the technical standards. With the globalization and increasing business complexities, it is essential that chartered accountants equip with themselves with the changes occurring and stand out to the expectation of society. Our institute is constantly working and contributing to cater to the needs and requirements of our members and has taken a various initiative for them from time to time in the direction. With this view, the continuing professional committee of ICI has been always the foremost to provide opportunity to their members to boost their knowledge base. The program for this evening is follows. We have two sessions of 1 hour each and topics are overview or Tableau and its comparison with Excel. Our eminent speakers will talk about mention two emerging areas of professional interest. Now I take opportunity to invite and to introduce CA Dr. Rajkumar Adukia sir. CA Rajkumar Adukia is a BCom, FCA, FCS, CMA, LLB, MBA, MFF, MCom, DIP, FRS, UK, DLL, and LW, DIPR, Deep in Criminology, PhD, IBBI, and UNIDOC, Advanced Anti-Corruption, Prevention of Corruption. He is serving the institute in various capacities since 1998. Presently, he is serving the ICI as a Central Council member and also chairman of CPE committee, CPEC, CECL, and EA, and CDS Directorate of ICI. CA Adukia left no stone unturned during his career span, expanding the more than 37 years. He is the pioneer of many areas of practice which were never thought before the professionals. He served as president of GST Research Foundation. He is the chairman of Association of Indian Investors and vice president of All India Insolvency Professional. He is a mentored 100,000 professional for passing the insolvency exam and valuation exam. He authored more than 300 books on a wide variety of topics, ranging from those dealing with trade, taxation, finance, real estate, insolvency, and bankruptcy code, IPR, banking law, emerging technologies like AI and blockchain, to topics relating to personal and professional growth. He is the winner of National Book Honor Awards in 2018. CA Adukia is very passionate about learning new things and believes self-improvement in permanent process. CA Adukia sir has a solution for growth to everyone. And I welcome
Chanchal ji ho gaya. Chalo.
I would like to invite you for address and welcome the seminar.
Thank you, Chanchal ji, for the nice words you spoke about me. The respected faculties of today, CA Alok Sethi ji and CA Rajat Agarwal, dynamic officers, and the pillars of all these webinars, Sri Ajit Nath Tiwari, the Secretary CPEC, and along with Madam Poonam Tyagi, Krishnakant, and respected colleagues. You know, this is such a wonderful topic which the speakers have agreed to address. You know, we were hearing about dashboard from the Excel, how to make it. We were having other softwares, but the Tableau has gone much beyond business intelligence. And like we always say that one picture is equal to 1,000 words. So with visual analytic platform, so that is a two-line about topic. The more important is what is this committee does for the members. You know, today I got a tagline from one of my mastermind, CA Upma Tulsian, that this committee makes members to fly in the sky and dance with clouds. Now, this will happen if you tell us what is your passion, on which subject you want to become a global practitioner, on which subject you want to make trillion of dollars. And then committee will come forward for the hand holding, for the capacity building on that subject, for developing the market through use of social media, by becoming a thought leader, speaking on that subject, writing book on that subject. And my request to Rajat and Alok is, please come out with the books on this, the usage of dashboard, the usage of Tableau, for a chartered accountant. A chartered accountant writing for a chartered accountant, like we speak the same language. If the computer engineer talks, it is, his language is different, our language is different. So my request to the all joinees who are 123 now, that boldly use chat box to ask questions. And both our faculties have volunteered to do one-to-one mentoring without any additional charges. As a professional colleague, we are always ready to assist another member. So please utilize this opportunity. And over to you, Chanchal, so that we have more time for the session. Thank you.
Thank you so much for taking your time. And I would like to invite you, CA Alok Sethi sir, for starting a session. Before starting a session, I would like to say Mr. Alok sir has a 10 plus year experience in a corporate training, and they have a YouTube channel for on the name of CA Alok Sethi for Excel literacy and building Excel vibes online platform for MS Excel learning. And one of the student, I am one of the student of Mr. Alok sir. So over to you, please start the session.
Thank you, ma'am. First of all, I would like to thank Chairman CP Committee Shri Rajkumar ji Adukya sir for giving me this opportunity to address the esteemed members of this profession. And it is a very always a very welcoming session, very good, vibrant session where we all are learning together. And learning, if we do not learn that, we are not living. So I remember a quote by Mahatma Gandhi ji, and he said that, learn as if you have to live forever. So we have to keep learning and updating ourselves. And this journey started in the month of October. First, we conducted our session on dashboard. Then we went to Power BI, and Adukya sir was constantly, Alok ji, ab next kya karna hai? And I was like, he is so vibrant. Sir is so enthusiastic about his work, and he's so passionate that you cannot say no to him. So I said, okay, sir, let us do with Tableau. And this is how this thing is happening. And I'm glad that CAs are taking interest in technology, because as a chartered accountant, we are always learning the traditional areas of practice, conventional areas. But nowadays, it is a time to move to technology also. Because if we do not update ourselves, then sooner or later we'll be outdated. And no one wants to be outdated. We want to be updated. And this is a platform which is giving us the opportunity to learn for free. So if you go and see the charges you have to pay for Tableau or Power BI or dashboard, it is like too much. But here, you don't have to pay anything. What you have to invest is just your time. And definitely, in the last session, Saran mentioned that office stuff should be learned in the office timings. So many people were seeing, many members were having this trouble. Yes, sir, we are keeping in working days and it is working time. But definitely, if you upskill yourself, you will save hours of your time and you will be ready for the work. So now, not taking much of your time, and thank you, Chanchal, for introducing me, and welcome Rajat, my co-speaker. Rajat has been with me.
Thank you, sir.
dashboard workshop we did together, Power BI, and it is our third hat-trick session that we are doing together. So I'm excited about it. I hope everyone is excited about it. So can we have a yes in the chat box? Are you all excited to learn Tableau? Can we have a yes? Yes. I hope many people attended our previous sessions also on dashboard and Power BI. Yes. Double yes. Very good. Okay, fine. So let us start, and I'm just sharing my screen, and let us just begin this journey of learning about Tableau. Just allow me to share my screen. Okay, is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes, sir. It's now visible.
Okay. Just a minute. Okay. So welcoming all the session, all the members to this session on Tableau. I'm just sharing my screen again. Just let me know in the chat box. Have you ever attended? Have you ever did use Tableau? Anyone who has ever used Tableau, or it is your first time that you're going to learn about this? You can write a yes or no in the chat box. So we are seeing maximum no's.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Many are saying first time.
Okay. So the first time experiences are always good, Rajat.
Yeah. So they will be learning very new things then.
Yeah, exactly. So whenever it is like first time, always the first things in life are very precious. And yes. Yeah, we want to implement in our organization. This session just came across. Okay, good. So I think we'll be able to add value to your time, and you will be learning a lot. And practically also you will learn how to implement this. So welcome you all. And I have a message for you all. Be creative, be unique, and be you. See, in digital world, people are just copying each other and trying to just learn this and that. Not required. What is required is you have to be creative. You have to think out of the box. And this session is all about creativity. Let me tell you, because you do not have any rules and regulations. There is no formulas. It is all designing, and it is all CA. So CA is chartered accountant. But from today, you will say that we are not chartered accountants. We are CA plus CA. Now, what is CA plus CA means? CA means creative accountants. So you all are going to become creative accountants now, and we'll see how we can present the very raw data, very not good looking data into a smart dashboard. Okay. So what is the agenda for the day? The agenda looks like, I will introduce you first to business intelligence. What is business intelligence? Then we'll talk about data visualization. Then we talk about the Tableau as a software. Then we will see how we can use the Tableau Desktop, Public Server. And then in the end, we'll discuss how Tableau is different from Excel and Power BI. Okay. And I want it to be a two-way traffic. I don't want it to be a monologue. मैं सिर्फ बोल रहा हूँ और आप लोग सुन रहे हैं, ठीक है? Everyone should be active in the chat box. And if you have any queries, you can put it in the Q&A section or the chat box. Our moderator are keeping their eyes in the chat box, on the chat box, and you can unmute and speak also, maybe at the end of this session. Okay. Now, first things first. Now, what is data visualization? Before I go to data visualization, first we need to understand that nowadays business intelligence is something which is taking up, or artificial intelligence is something which is taking up. For example, if you search for a laptop on Google, Okay, when you go to Facebook, you will see that you will start getting a laptop ad. When you go to Instagram, you will see that. Have you experienced this? If you look for anything on Google, it will tell you more about it. Okay. Similarly, if you visit any place, Google will ask for a review. You visited this place. Can you just give us a review or something like that? So that is artificial intelligence. And in business also nowadays, the client doesn't want us to just audit their accounts or to file their returns. They are asking for more. They are asking for advisory, consultancy. So you advise us which sectors we should move into, what product we should deal into, how we can increase our profit margin, how we can increase our sales. So from that angle, data is the fuel, and data needs to be analyzed in a particular way where we can learn how we can give more to our clients. And not only clients, as a practitioner, if many people must be practicing in the field of CA, so you can create your own dashboard and you can find out like what is my revenue from the income tax work, GST work, audit work, and all these things. Okay, now I come to data visualization. So what is data visualization? What is the purpose of data visualization? So you can see in the center there is one word written, that is communicate. Okay, now in any profession, whether it is CA, CS, CMA, MBA, or CFA, the most important aspect is communication, because we need to communicate daily to our clients, right? So what would data visualization help us in deriving action, in informing, in persuasion, and in entertainment, in entertain clients? So what guides the designing process and how do we judge success? So that is all we would be talking about. So after data visualization, then we come to Tableau. Now see, when anyone can tell me when did Tableau start? Acha, Excel kab aaya tha? Anyone who can type in the chat box, when was Excel born? I'll tell you that even I was not born and Excel was born that year. 87, no. Pratik, you are close, but not exactly correct. It is in the year 1985. 1985. People are guessing it. They are similar to the years, near to the years, but I was born in 86. I'm 36 years old and Excel is 37. So Excel is 1 year senior to us. And many people who are practicing Excel se pehle there was Lotus 1, 2, 3. And there was like, it was the window based software. Okay. Now, anyone who know when did Tableau come into being? Tableau. This is the buzzword nowadays. Power BI, Excel, dashboard, Tableau. But do you know which year Tableau was introduced? Anyone? 2003 is the right answer, Lokesh. Very good. So 2003 this software came and we are in 2022. So in this 18 years, no one talked about this, because you are only saying that we are studying it for the first time. We are learning about Tableau for the first time. So why it was not required, or maybe we are not aware of it, because data visualization was not the mainstream work. Data was less. Now data is everything. And there is the bulky data. We have big data. We are dealing with big data, humongous amount of data. So it is very important to analyze it in the correct way. And Excel, Power BI, Tableau, and even Python. Next milestone, next target is Python. So I'll be telling sir कि इसके बाद हम रुकेंगे नहीं, उसके बाद हम और members को आगे लेके जाएंगे technology में, and next we'll be all learning Python, right? Because that is the biggest software that is bringing a revolution, and you can automate a lot of things with this. But today our topic is Tableau. So I have just downloaded this image from the Tableau website itself. And they say that we believe in power for the people. So building a company that fundamentally changes how people see and understand data requires a different philosophy. So Tableau founders imbued their company with destructive points of view. So they are focusing on three things: liberate data, empower people, and design for people. So the main focus of Tableau software is for you to better understand your data set, especially large data set. So whenever you have to deal in data with data, there are huge amount of data and we will learn how to analyze that data. Then BI software is the past required highly technical IT skills and took a long time to build dashboard. Tableau has changed this paradigm. So you will see that a data which is like 30,000 rows or maybe 20, 30, 50 columns, in within a minute or 2 or 3, you will be able to summarize it. How many in the session? There are 156 participants. How many of you have learned this pivot table? Do you know how many of you know pivot table? Say yes in the chat box if you know how to create a pivot table in Excel. Yes, 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 yes. So people, if you do not know pivot table, yes, Alt NV, very good. So we have a shortcut also. I love shortcuts in Excel, not in life. Okay, so because there is no shortcut to success, but yes, definitely in Excel you have lots of shortcuts. So Power BI, this Excel, you should start with advanced Excel, this pivot table dashboard creation. Then you should move to Power BI and then Tableau. So Tableau invests a lot of research time into developing intuitive software. They approach software design from the human perspective. Okay, let's deep dive into it. And how does a Tableau look like? So this is a basic analytical tool where you just import any data and then you can just drag and drop and it will present the data into meaningful information, right? Now, again, coming to data visualization, if I have to talk more upon it, because see, Tableau is based on visualization only. What we are going to do is we are going to create a summary from the data, from a big data. We are going to learn how we can summarize the data into meaningful information, which can be presented in a pictorial form, right? So what is the basic framework? So you have database, you have audience. So whatever database you want to present it to the audience, so you should have a purpose. What do you want to achieve? What do you want? What information you want to show it to the audience, or you want to have it? What decision making you want to do? And to connect that, you have a tool, a software. So this is how this visualization work, right? So what is the methodology? First is you have to identify the purpose. So there is a book called Start With Why. I recommend this book to everyone. Everyone should read this book, Start With Why. Because if your why is clear, then you will not bother about how, what, when. Okay, so why aapko clear hona chahiye, that is the purpose. Then consider the audience, like what audience. So if when we are creating a Tableau or a report from a Tableau, here who could be the audience? Can anyone give me the answer in the chat box? Who could be the audience for this data set? If we are creating a Tableau for a company, who would be the stakeholders? Who would be the person who would require this? Yes, any stakeholder, internal, external. Yes, involved in decision making, the management, investors, government, right? Top level. Even nowadays you are seeing that FIIs are investing in India. There is a lot of startup coming up. So everyone is looking for funding and all. So yes, those which are placed with governance or the top management, they would be the audience. So research, you don't have to just represent the data of the organization. You have to compare it with multiple level data, or maybe you have to take the data from the internet also, other sources also. And that is where Tableau come into picture. Then you have to do research, then you have to design it, and then you have to finally execute the design. Yes. And then you have to collect feedback, document, deploy, and sustain. That is how we work with Tableau. Now I will give you an example. See, first 20-25 minutes will be theoretical. I will not go much deeper into theory. We will be moving into the practical aspect, and Rajat is going to show us how to create a dashboard. I will be starting with it. Then I will be handing over the stage to Rajat, and then he would be taking you further with the practical use. Yeah, I will give you some practical examples. This is the example. So suppose you have to go fishing and you want to catch a big fish. So you're looking for where do I collect that fish? So you have these kind of dashboard which will show you the map, the location where you can get the fish, like what are the total top fishing methods and baits for big gullies and all these things. Okay. Now, okay, let me just give you a very insight into dashboard. I will just stop here for the timing. Just wait for 1 minute. I'm just sharing one more screen with you. And then definitely we will have an idea on how powerful this dashboard, this Tableau software can be. So, Tableau Public. So I think everyone is like able to see my screen. Yeah, definitely we'll share the slides and the PPT on WhatsApp group. Just concentrate on the learning for the timing. So I'm just showing you some of the Tableaus which are created and which are available in public. So you will get an idea of how does a Tableau look like and what insights you can get from the Tableau. And just allow me 1 minute so that I can show you some of the Tableau design which are already there. See, there are different products like Tableau Desktop, Server, Cloud, CRM, Tableau Public. There are different solutions by industry, department, technology, showcase. And these are different things which are available. Okay. I am just showing you one Tableau. Let us just take one example and that will give you some insight. Let us take this annual report, Tableau Foundation Living Annual Report. So this is created by the software Tableau and you will get this thing on the website. Yes, it is loading. It takes some time, but the results are fantastic and awesome. So overview of Tableau Foundation. Now you will see that organization, number of organizations which are using Tableau 11,172 in countries. How many countries it is used? 128. Total giving YTD. Okay, what is the yield to date till date? 21 million. Okay. Then grant making focus areas. So climate. These are the different areas where Tableau is being used. Racial justice, infectious diseases. So like COVID is there and all these things, you have to analyze the data. So here you can use sustainable development goals, list of grants. So these are all pictorial this representation of the data. And when you click on it, you get to see more insight about it. Okay. So that was all about the live data on Tableau. There are many things which you can explore when you go to the site, but I'm just restricting myself to the main aspects because you want to go into the practical aspect more. Everyone would be interested in learning how to create a Tableau and how exactly we can do the practical stuff. But before we move to practical, we should understand the theoretical also. And I will share you one Tableau which I really liked a lot. Even the concept behind it and even the data that they used, even the cause. So you can see that it is showing the violence against women and girls. Okay. So 243 million is the number. Women and girls aged 15 to 49 have been suffered from sexual or physical violence perpetrated by their partners in the previous 12 months. And see how they have visualized the data. So how to read life expectancy. This is a symbol of women and they are representing the data by the number of country. So every year, how many women are getting this hit by these cases? So 477 Turkey, Germany, UK. When you just hover over the image, you will get to see more details like this. What is the GDP and all? You click on the I button and you will be able to see the what is the life expectancy, what is the proportion of partnered women, what is the number of measures to prevent violence. All these things are there in a pictorial format in the form of graphs and basis on different data set, right? So isn't it interesting, guys? Can we have a yes in the chat box if you're finding it interesting so far, whatever we have discussed? Yes, yes, yes. Very good. Okay. So coming back to the presentation, let us deep dive a little bit on the theoretical aspect. And then definitely, I am going to take you to the software also. But let us just understand the very basics because practical is based on theory. So Tableau overview. So when you open the Tableau software, you will see that there are basically two sections. One is desktop, that is offline, and one is online. So you can import the file from Microsoft Excel, text file, JSON file, Microsoft Access, PDF, spectacle file, statistical file, and there are more options also. Then from the server, you can just import a file from a Tableau server, MySQL, Oracle, Amazon Redshift, Microsoft SQL Server. So it allows you to import the file from multiple sources. On the right hand side, you can see that all the sources are named here. So there is Google Analytics, there is Google BigQuery, Google Sheets. So it is a software which works online also and offline also. Okay. So all worksheets and dashboards start with data. Tableau connects to almost every kind of data file imageable. Now, what does it means to be imageable? That means if your PDF has some images, it can import those images also, right? You can join across different type of data sources. So you can merge the data sources from different data. So if you have a data from PDF or if you have a data from Excel and from Access and from Google Sheet, you can merge from different platform into one place. That is with the use of Tableau, you can do it. Okay, so this is an example of an Excel sheet where we have product type, state, zip code, sales, profit. So it has 15 row data, simple data, and in a click of a button, you can convert that into a dashboard or a chart, right? Then it is a creative process, as I told you. So now we need to understand like how to present the data. So whenever I address any session on dashboard, Power BI and all, the one question which everyone has is, so how do we design the dashboard? Okay, now I want to put a question to you. How do you design the dashboard? Everyone in the chat box, what should be the criteria in deciding what kind of chart I should use? What kind of information should be there? So what is the basic criteria to design the dashboard? So Sachin is saying key matrices. Okay. Anyone else? Purpose. Very good. We discussed that. Purpose. Yes. So that is the purpose. Everyone in the session. Yes. Who is the user of dashboard? Right. So you are creating this dashboard for someone. It is not for you. You are going to present the data. So you have to keep the end user in mind, who is going to see this data, who is going to understand the data, who is going to use this data for the decision making. Very good, Aparna. So this is the answer. Like this is the answer that you already given to the question. So chart type, I will just explain you how different type of chart are there because Tableau is all about creating a charts. So do I have the right chart? So you will see that there are different categories of chart and we can divide into four broad categories like comparison charts, distribution chart, composition chart, and relationship chart. So whenever you are comparing the sales among different countries or among different locations, or maybe among different managers, then what kind of chart will you use? Tell me. If you have to compare the sales across different locations, what kind of chart among the four would you use? Bar diagrams. Very good. Comparison. Yes, comparison is the category of chart that we are going to use. And in comparison, you have different bar charts or column charts or line chart. We will see how to create different charts or pie chart also. Pie chart is basically not for comparison. Yeah, but to see the proportion of income you're getting from different sources. Yes, pie chart. Nowadays, the donut chart is more popular as compared to pie charts, right? Then when do we use the distribution chart? Anyone? When to use the distribution chart? When you have multiple, what you can say, variables. Like correlation analysis. Yes, branches. Yes, very good. So if you want to see that product A is selling to 5 branches, what is the share that I'm getting for 5 branches and variation I want to find out, then you have to use the distribution chart. Composition chart is basically a comparison. So you have 5 products, you want to see how every product is placed in the market. What is the market share of a particular product in the market? So the bottom 5 you want to find out, bottom 10 you want to find out. You can use the composition chart. If you want to find out the share of a particular product from a basket of different products, so you can use the composition chart. And when to use the relationship chart? Last one is relationship chart. So when to use the relationship chart? Anyone in the chat box? When you have 2 or 3 different variables and you want to see the relationship. So if I ask you how many members are there who are having multiple degrees along with CA and CS or CFA or MBA, so then you want to see the relationship between 2 or more categories. What are different relationship? Or how many people here know Excel and Power BI? So you want to see the a relationship among the different classes of people, right? Or products. Yes. So choosing a type chart, a chart type, what factors do you consider when you have to choose? These are different charts in one slide. You want to select like which chart should I use? So how do we decide that? So comparison is basically for items. So whenever you want to compare different products, you will use a bar graph or a column or a line chart. When you want to see the comparison of similar products, like Apple can be compared with Apple. Apple cannot be compared with orange. So accordingly, you have to use the bar chart, this comparison chart. Composition chart is used when we have to see the composition over a period of time, like how the what is the share of different products from different locations, how is the branch is using, which branch is giving us more sales. So we are not comparing the different branches, we are just wanting to find out the share that we get from the different branches. So there can be different forms like pie chart, tree chart, column stack chart, or stack chart, like that, waterfall chart. Okay, can anyone tell me when do we use the waterfall chart? Waterfall chart, if you have used or worked on this chart before. PL, right? Stock market, yes. So many stock market enthusiasts would be here investing in the market and looking at the candle and stick chart and all. So yes, when you want to see the profitability over a period of time, you will see how the prices have dropped and how the prices have increased. So you will have a waterfall chart. In case of incremental type of data, yes. So when the data is incremental and when the data is fluctuating, variating from a particular point, you want to see how much it has gone up and how much is gone down. So use the bridges and all this thing, right? Then we have distribution chart, how the distribution is there. So a lot of statistics things are there, bridges and all this thing you use. Relationship is always between 2 variables. So whenever you have 2 variables and you want to find out the relationship, like suppose you are looking to invest in a company's share and you want to find out the relationship between the beta and the alpha, and how the relationship is defined between the risk in the market and the risk in the share and all. How the market, the share has performed against the market or with the market. So you can use the relationship chart, scattered or bubble, bridges, right? Then dashboard flow. Then we'll talk about the dashboard. So what is a dashboard basically? We have been using this term since a very beginning of this session. Dashboard, dashboard, dashboard. Hota kya hai? So dashboard is a visual display of the important information needed to achieve one or more objectives, consolidated and arranged on a single screen so the information can be monitored at a glance. So in car, you all must be using car, and in a car there is a dashboard. So what all do you see in a car dashboard? You see the speedometer, you have the petrol meter, then you have the temperature, how hot or cold is the car. Then you have the FM functions and all this thing, RPM, right? And you have everything at one place. ऐसा तो नहीं होता ना कि some things are at back of the seat, or maybe with the other passenger, he will look at some things and you will not be able to see some of this thing. GPS, yes. So everything at one place, at one glance, you can look at. That is called as a dashboard. Okay. So what makes a good dashboard? Okay, so you have to follow these points. First, answer a set of questions. So obviously, whenever a management is coming up, I want to see the top performing employees. I want to see the top performing product. I want to see the top markets. I want to see how we have scaled over the years. So these are different questions which the management might ask you when it is a report meeting for a meeting, annual meet or a shareholder meet. These answers can be given with the help of a dashboard. Follows a flow and invites interactivity. So it is an interplay of different data which are interconnected, then condensed primarily in the form of summaries and exceptions. So by the help of this graph only, you will be able to see how the data is moving and all. Okay, provide approximate text for clarity and direction, and makes strategic use of color. So these are different points which you need to consider while creating a dashboard. It should be specific and customized for the dashboard audience and objective. So to summarize, one word, if I have to ask you what will make a good dashboard, in one word, if you have to define, what it would be in the chat box. One word that would summarize a good dashboard, which will have everything. Most important task. Informative, very good. And it should serve the purpose. Useful information, interactive, bird's eye view, very good. Thank you, audience, for being very participative and lively. Thank you. Help to take action. Yes. Now, a dashboard has 4 areas. Like when we take a piece of paper, if we can divide it into 4 parts. So we have 4 quadrants. So similarly, in the screen also, on any screen, you can divide into 4 parts. So which part is most visible? The center one and the leftmost, topmost left part. So these are like the emphasis part, the left one and the center one. The most less looked at part is always towards the right and bottom right. So bottom right, you can put the information which is de-emphasized. You don't want to show that information, right? The company is not performing good. Some of the products are not performing good. Some of the sectors are not performing good. Maybe you want to hide, not show that information, not hide it basically, but you don't want to bring that information to mainstream. So you can put it on the right hand side. Neither emphasize, not de-emphasize, then you're neutral about the information. You'll put it on the leftmost bottom side and similarly on the rightmost top side. Okay. Inverted pyramid. So most newsworthy information. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. So these are 5W and 1H. 5W and 1H. Right? So this you have to keep in mind, important details and other information. Okay. Now this is an example of a dashboard. Now on the left hand side, you will see that hotel executive dashboard I have taken. Then you have data level. There are filters. So you can filter the information as per the month. Select a measure like total revenue you want to see, total expenses you want to see the profits and all, year or month. Okay. Now in this dashboard, what you're going to see, what you're seeing is total revenue, total guests, total occupancy, ADR, this revenue, rooms available, total sold. So out of 10 million, you can see that 7.8 million sales are there. You can see the occupancy in number. You can convert into percentage also. Then these are line graphs. You have this stacked column chart where you can see the hot spots per percentage of total revenue. So this 3% is the orange part and 13% is the blue part. So you can see the blue areas are the hot selling months for the hotel. Okay, like this. Now, does your dashboard pass the 5-second test? So what is the 5-second test? That means most important view is from the top or leftmost. Legends are near their views. Avoid multiple color scheme. You should not use too much colors because it will make it look bad. And lesser charts or lesser information, but in a very compact manner. Okay. Now I will show you some data, and you have to answer me which month has the highest sales. Okay, which month has the highest sale? Come on, everyone. Your eye should be on the data. Tell me which month has the highest sale. Just type in the name of the month which has the highest sale. We're getting some answer in the chat box. And everyone is saying November. Everyone is saying November. Okay. Now reverse the question. I reverse the question. What is the minimum sale, the lowest sale in the year? Which month books the lowest sale in the month? Lowest sale in the month. Feb. Okay. Feb and November are the answers. Okay. How easy was it to get the answer by looking at the numbers? Was it easy, or you have to just emphasize on each and every row and column? No, it was not easy. Yes. Now, if I ask you, no, I wasn't ready. No, it was not easy. Okay. So you all will be like this guy who is like crying. Okay. It was a small data set. Now, I ask you one more question. Can you name the top 3 performance months? Top 3 months. I asked you 1 month. Now I'm asking you 3 months from this data. One is November. What is number 2? What is number 2 month? Come on. Top 3 months I want now. November, September, December. November, September, December. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I ask you the same question now. What are the top 3 months? Which is the top month which booked the highest sale? I ask you the same question, and seeing the graph, is it easier now, or seeing the data, was it easier that time? Tell me, which one is easier, graph or data? Graph or data? You can use G or D. Graph or data? Which one is more easier? Graph, G. Everyone is saying G. Correct. And that is the power of data visualization. That is what I wanted to convey to you, and you got all the answers. Definitely. Now we can move to this. So that moment when your teacher calls on you and you're not paying attention. So those people who are not active in the chat box, I don't know whether you're paying attention or not. But if you are not, then definitely you're going to miss very important stuff today. Okay. Chaliye. So this is how these are top 3 months, which is November, December, and September. And these are the data points. Okay. So I thank you all for being patient and listening to me. Now, this PPT is over. The presentation is over. I will be sharing this in the group. Just be patient. But now what we are going to see now is the dashboard. How exactly we can create our dashboard in Excel. I'm sharing my screen again, and I will be showing you how you can download the data. Okay, before we can do this, Rajat has shared some links in the chat box. One is the group link, and other one is another group link. You can all join that. And now I'm sharing my screen again. And now we are going to deep dive into the practical aspect of the game. Okay. I hope you're all enthusiastic and you're finding this session interesting. Can we have a yes in the chat box? See, as a speaker, as a trainer, I always love interaction with people. So if you interact, if you show some feedback, I'll be more enthusiastic in taking you towards the practical aspect. Okay. So just flood the chat box with yes if you are finding it useful. And now we are going to see how we can download the Tableau and how we can start on with the practical aspect. Yes, very useful. Okay, thanks a lot. So now I'm sharing my screen again, and you will see a Google on the screen. Can you all see my screen, a Google? Yes. Okay, now I'm typing Tableau download for free. Okay. So everyone does that. We go to Google and then we look for things. So the first option that you get is tableau.com. That is a website of Tableau, official website of Tableau. And from there you can download Tableau. So it comes with a fee, license fee. So there is a trial version that you can download for 14 days. You can use it for free, and then you have to pay for it if you want to use it further. So for downloading, you need to just put in your name and email ID and the organization name, and then you can download the free trial. Okay, so you can just fill in this information and you can download. I've already downloaded it. So I'll not do that, but I will show you how the file will look into when you download this data. So Control J is the shortcut key to go to the download. And when you download this, you will get this Tableau Desktop 64-bit. This exe file you will get on the download. Okay. And from that download, you can run this file. I've already downloaded it and installed it. And you will see that this icon is there, Tableau 2022.3. Now I'm clicking on it. It is Tableau Desktop. Okay. So we are going to see the screen. I'm just opening my this thing. I'm sharing the entire screen so that you can see the software now. I hope it is visible. Chanchal or Rajat, can you just guide me? Is the screen visible?
Sir, actually your Chrome browser is visible right now.
Okay, okay. Let me just share it again. Is it now visible? Entire screen?
Yeah, now your Windows screen is
This
visible.
is the icon of Tableau. I've just clicked on it and now it will take some time to load it, and now it is loading. So it says Tableau Desktop Professional Edition. So it is a product of Tableau Software LLC, and when you will see a dialog box appearing, it will show you your product ends in 13 days. You can either continue or the trial. So I'll just continue with the trial. And it will load it. So I think there are two which are open. Yeah. I close one. So this is the basic screen that you see when you open the Tableau. And first thing that you have to do is you have to connect with the data source. So it is asking search for data, Tableau Server. If the data is on server, you will select this. But now what we are going to show you is the data from the Excel file. Okay, so I'll just go to Microsoft Excel and I will select the file which I want to show you all. So from the download, I will select one file and I will open that Excel file, and we will see how we can create different dashboards from this file. So this is a sample data which I'm going to open with for you, and I'm just opening this file. Executing query, and it'll show you the time like it is taking to open the file. It will depend on the how bulky is the data and how heavy is the file. Depending on that, it will take some time to load the file. Once the file is loaded, then you will be able to see the different dashboard. So you can see that there are two ways of getting the data. One is from a file and one is from a server. And there are some saved data sources. Okay. And if you already created a Tableau, then you can directly import that file also. Okay. Yeah. So now the file is open. This sample one is the file name. Okay. And these are the different sheets which are there. I'll just open the Excel file to show you how the Excel looks like. So let me just type sample. This is the file. I'll open it. I'm opening the Excel just to show you the data, how it is. And then we will talk about how we can do the visualization in Tableau. Rajat has shared the link to download it. You can just download it also if you want to download. I think it is 300 MB. It will take some time to download, and then yeah, it is the same file which was used for Power BI seminar. Yes, it is the same file. We purposefully kept it same because we wanted to show the relationship between Power BI and all. So it is the same file that was used in Power BI session. So if people are attending from that session, you were there. So you definitely the same set of data that we've used. So there are different sheets which I'll just Excel is opening up. Before the Excel, it is taking some time to load in. So I'll just show you the different sheets which are there. Advanced statistical methods, authorization, bank transaction, customer detail, sale, detailed sales for the previous year, employees, inventory, payment, sales representative, supplier. So now the Excel file is open, and wait. So different sheets are named in the Tableau. So the hierarchy of learning should be, first you should learn how to create a dashboard in Excel. Then you should go to Power BI. Anyone who can tell me when was Power BI launched? Tableau was launched in 2013. Okay. And when was Power BI launched? 2003 Tableau was. And when was Power BI launched? Anyone? (2014), 2015. What is the right year? 2008? No. 2013. Yeah, so it was launched in 2000. No, not 2014. Power BI was launched. So it is the latest product as compared to Tableau. It has more features, but different. This thing have different applications. Okay, I'm just opening that file and showing you, and then from here, Rajat will take you to the Tableau practical aspect of how to create a dashboard in a Tableau. I'm just show you the Excel file, and from here, Rajat will take this journey ahead. Rajat, we have got 178 participants now, so number is increasing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now the file is open. I'll not be a hindrance in Rajat and you people. I'm just show you the different sheets which are there in this file. Okay, so these are the web log from where they have gathered the information. These are sales representative. You have salesperson. Then you have product code. Then you have this sales sheet, which is showing the sales by date. Then your previous year sales, and so on and so forth. So this is the data. And with this data, now Rajat is going to show you how you can create a dashboard in Tableau. Okay, so that was all from my side. And thank you all for being very interactive audience. And now over to you, Rajat. I'm stopping my screen share and you can take it ahead from here.
Yeah, definitely, sir.
Chanchal ma'am, you can introduce co-speaker Rajat.
Thank you so much, Alok sir. And I would like to invite to Mr. Rajat Agrawal sir. He's a chartered member of the Institute of ICI and commerce graduate, and DISA also. And they have a certification in forensic audit and fraud detection, and certification on also concurrent audit of banks. And I would like to say he's an expert in Google Ads. So over to Rajat sir, please take over the session for head. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Chanchal ma'am. And it's my great opportunity to interact with all the techno auditors of this event, like who are attending this Tableau seminar. And the members who are there with us from the dashboard itself. Like we started with Excel dashboard, then we moved on to another Power BI dashboard, and today we are on Tableau dashboard. And definitely we'll be taking this journey more ahead also. And this will be little bit, some will be thinking like this will be a very technical session, but don't worry. I will make it very comfortable for you, because I have seen in the chat box, like many members are new and they haven't heard about Tableau much and they are using for the first time. So this will be our final dashboard, which we will be creating today. There's like a magic which is going to be happen today. And we will be converting the whole data, which is very complicated to understand, in a very beautiful manner, a very visualized manner, and very, very presentable manner, in which management can take a better decision. And as a chartered accountant, you can also take a better decisions, and you can use in your auditing purposes also to identify the data and what the organization, in what things are going on in the organizations. Like you can also detect fraud also by this analysis. So there is a vast opportunity for a chartered accountant to go with this option and start learning this technical softwares like Power BI and Tableau. So I will not take you much time, and will move forward to ready to build this dashboard. And within an hour, you will be capable of building this kind of dashboard. So don't worry, we'll go step by step, and you will be all ready for your building of your own dashboards. And I want like everyone should build their own dashboard and send it to me. And if you are feeling any issues, then you can always contact me. I'm always available. I will be sharing my WhatsApp number also. You can contact me. I'm also available in group also. So let's start the session now, and we'll see how to build this dashboard. First of all, let us see the sample data. And if you are from previous webinar, then you have seen this data. We used this sample data in our previous. 1 second, I will be showing you the Excel sheet, and this is the Excel sheet which we referred in our last session also. And today also we will be referring this. If the data is visible, the Excel sheet is visible, then please write yes in the chat box, like so that I can understand everyone is there and everyone is ready with the Excel data. Okay, so we are getting the yes in our chat box. That means the members are now ready, and they're ready to rock and build the visualization dashboard. So I will be starting my visualization dashboard, but before we should understand the data, because it is important to first of all learn the data, what the data is saying, and then we will move on the visualization part. So because it requires a very concentration to build a dashboard, because we have to think beyond the only data. We have to like analyze also while seeing the data. So we'll take ahead in a very simple manner. So let's see what is the kind of data we are getting. So we are getting a simple Excel sheet, and in that Excel sheet there are some other worksheets. Other worksheets are there, and the central data will be the detailed sales. So by this you can understand what we'll be building, which kind of dashboard we are going to build today. Just write on the chat box which kind of dashboard we are going to build today. If anyone can guess which kind of dashboard. Yeah, come on. Last time also we started with the same topic, and we are on the same sheet. Like there are sales, there are things on sales, and there are things on customers. So which kind of dashboard we are going to make? No, we are. Yeah, now I got the correct answer. We are going to build a sales dashboard. So we will be making a dashboard for our sales team, and sales team gonna see this dashboard and analyze what is going on in the organization. And it can be presented to the management, top management also, and top management can also see and analyze what is happening in the organization. And as an auditor also, you can see this sales dashboard and understand your auditee, like which kind of business he is doing. Like in audit, we have the first criteria is to understand about the auditee environment. So with the help of this, you can understand the auditee environment. So that's the basic thing which will be helpful for your audit part. So this you can relate in a better manner as you are auditing. You are doing as an auditing as a mainstream. So you must be knowing, like we should know about the auditee. So to understand about the auditee, we should have a dashboard kind of thing in which we can see, and at a glance we can understand what is going on in here. So these are some benefits which will be there with this kind of sales dashboard. So we have a detailed sales. This data can be downloaded from the server, from a organization's ERP or the different databases. From the database, we can download this data, or we can directly connect that database to our Tableau also. So that will be too much complicated to connect a server to a Tableau, and teaching that in an hour, it will be much complicated. So today what we will be considering is we will taking a flat file. Flat file means we have a downloaded data. So this data is downloaded, which is downloaded from a server, and from there we will be making this sales dashboard. So there is one, this is the current year sales, which is with the name of detailed sales. This is the previous year sales. Okay, so what will be, if we want to analyze the sales from the previous year, then we have to like club this data. So previous year data should be merged with current year data. So this thing will be done. So we are noting the points while we are moving to the Tableau. First, let us see in the Excel and make some points, like what all we can do. So we can visualize this data in the form of like sales in the form of month. We can compare with it last year. We can see product here. Product code is available. So what we can do from this product code, we have one more sheet, inventory. So what is available here? So anyone can tell me what detail we can get from inventory sheet, what visualization we can create from the inventory sheet about this sales. So we have to visualize this sales with the using of this inventory sheet. So what kind of analysis can be done? Okay, so here, yeah, slow moving goods can be taken from here, but here actually the whole data is not available with us. Like what kind of stock level it is showing, we don't have the complete data. So we can take some product description from here with the help of this product code. So this product code will become a primary key for the detailed sales sheet. So here the product code is available. So we can categorize the sales on the basis of products, which product is selling more, which product is selling less. So we can do this thing. We can one more field is available, customer number. So what can be done from the customer number? Let's see if any sheet is having customer number. So you can also tell me about this data, like in which sheet do you find this customer number? If anyone has analyzed, yeah, customer. So customer sheet we are having with us, and here we are having the customer number with us. So customer number can become our like primary key here. So this will be helpful. And from here, what we can get is like which country we are selling the most, which are the customers, who are purchasing the most, what is the credit limit. So this can be analysis part in credit limit. But for visualization purpose, what we can get is the country, just geolocations. So what we will be getting here from this table is geolocation, the country part. So if anyone can tell me, if I want this country in this detailed sales, if I want another column here of country, if I want a country column, so how I can import this thing? Yeah, I am seeing some answers like there are VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP is coming. Yeah, correctly. So we will be using some VLOOKUP formula in Excel. So in Excel, we used to use this VLOOKUP formula. But what is happening here is in VLOOKUP, it is very much complicated to apply, because we must be having many data. Because if we apply this VLOOKUP formula and there is a small data, then it is very okay. So in that situation, we can use this VLOOKUP formula. But when we are working on an organization which is running on the database server, so that might be having much data, like a million rows. Like if you want to analyze the Amazon data, then there will be like billions of rows. So how we can analyze that data? In that kind of data, the Excel will not work, because this VLOOKUP formula can be worked for around like 1 lakh data, max to max 1 lakh data. So first of all, I want to ask, what is the maximum limit of data which can be analyzed in Excel? Maximum. Last time also I asked this. Let's see the new students who can answer it or not. Yeah, it's around 1 million. And if anyone can tell me the exact number, how to find what is the maximum row limit for Excel, Microsoft Excel. Okay, I think, yeah. Now I'm getting the answers. If I can also show you also what is the maximum limit. It's 10,48,576. Yeah, correct. Now many students are posting the correct answers. So it is the last record which can be accessed and analyzed in Excel. So this is some limitation, but I think so. This is the maximum row. But when you apply the formula like VLOOKUPs and very complicated formulas, so I think so it will go till 1 lakh only, because after that your file will your computer will be hanged, or this software will be hanged because of the configurations. Because Excel works in such a complicated manner that it requires so much RAM, so much data, so much space. That's why it will be difficult for the Microsoft Excel to handle this all kind of data. So that's why it's the need for us to move to some kind of software in which we can analyze a much larger data set. Okay, so let's see VLOOKUP. I think so you must all be knowing this VLOOKUP. But let's see once revise this thing, how this is working. So what we need is lookup value. So what is the lookup value? We can see here, we can find customer number. So it can become our lookup value, comma. So next thing, what it is asking for table array. So I will select this customer sheet and complete Control-Shift-End. With the help of this, I can select a whole table. This is like a shortcut. And for freezing this data, because the table should not be moved here and there when I am pasting the formula. So that's why I need to press F4. So what F4 we will do, it will freeze the data to a particular cells only. So like I have done the table, I have taken the lookup value. Lookup value is the customer number. Then I have taken the table array. Table array I have fixed also. Then I will be requiring the country code, like in which column country is available. So let's see that now I'm asking to you, like in which column country is available in the customer table. So Ayush has answered, Ayush has answered 5th, Raghuramji has also answered 5th. So I am like, yeah, correct. So I am taking here 5. So 5th is the column in which country is there. And what we are doing is exact match. Exact match means it is going to be matched exactly. Approximate match is different, in which we take approximate figure with the rounding off things. So here we don't want to round off. We are taking the text functions only. So we haven't taken any numerical functions. That's why it can be a true exact match. False exact match, which can be denoted by zeros. So I will be putting 0 and enter. So as soon as I apply this formula, Norway is the answer for this cell. And the best part in Excel is if we double click this thing, we can get all the answers and all the countries of this data. So like this, if we want to analyze the whole data, we have to create multiple VLOOKUPs, and we have to like club all the information first. And then we will be able to analyze the things. So this was the old way. So now we'll be seeing the new kind of new way. The new way will be relationships, building relationships between the tables and exporting the data accordingly what we require, building the visualizations accordingly. So let's move to our data of Tableau. So let me delete this data, because I was just showing you how the VLOOKUP thing is going to work. And we have seen this thing, and now we'll be moving to Tableau thing. So let me close this. Let me keep this file, because we will use this Excel files meanwhile while building the Tableau dashboards. So let's take a fresh Tableau dashboard. Let me close one tab. Let me close this pre-built Tableau dashboard, and we will make a fresh dashboard, so that you can understand it in a better way. Let me close it completely. Okay, so it will be more better for you. And I have already like downloaded this Tableau, and this is like the Tableau 2022 third version file. So I am opening this Tableau dashboard. So it will take a second, and in your computer also. And in this way, it will be starting, and the opening, how the Tableau looks like. So it is similar to Microsoft Excel, and what you might be working before in Microsoft Excel, it will be similar in that way only. Some little changes are there. I will be telling you what are the changes, and with that changes we can visualize a thing very effectively. So first of all, we have to take the data. So as Alok sir also told you, like we have multiple options to import the data, like from fetch files to server files. So what are the options we can see from here? If we click on so we can, from the server, there are many more options. Like if we click on more, so it will tell what are the available options. So we can import from these many places. Like I use many times Google Analytics to analyze my data of some websites and some kind of LinkedIn data. So in that way, I can analyze much larger data in a real-time basis. So we can connect to this databases also. We have also OneDrive and MySQL. So many might be knowing, like working on some databases which uses this MySQL, MongoDB. So this kind of databases you must be using in a larger organizations. So that can be connected directly to this Tableau file. So whenever a sale is occurring in the organization, it will be updated. Like it will be directly updated to the management. Like if a single sale is also happening, it will be updated. So this is the power of this automation, which can be considered here. And so today we'll be using the flat files. We are not using this server file. So if it is very new to you, so don't feel that it will be too much complicated. We will keep it a simple way. We will be taking Microsoft Excel file. So let's click on the Microsoft Excel, and we are selecting this sample file. So we have selected the sample file. As soon as I click on the open, and all the sheets which are available in the that Excel file will be visible on the left pane of the software. So this is our left pane. If what things are visible here, we have made a connection to a Excel file. We can make a connection to multiple Excel file also if we want to visualize from different Excel files. So that is also possible. If we want to visualize from an Excel file and a PDF file, that is also possible. If we want to visualize from an Excel file with a data from the internet, then it is also possible. So there are many ways in which it is possible for us to analyze the data. So let's see. Now we will be taking here some data will be using and building our dashboard. So let's start. Let's start with the detailed sales. As soon as I double click on the detailed sales, what it will do, it will take me to the data source. In the lower part of the screen, if it is visible for you, actually I cannot zoom this part, but if you have opened for yourself this Power BI, then you can see there is data source. Then there are sheets. So we can see in the lower part of the software some data sources, lower left part, data sources, then sheet. So the sheet is similar to like Microsoft Excel. We can make multiple sheets, and after we have made multiple sheets, multiple visualizations, we can club all the visualizations in a single dashboard. So this will be the criteria for using this software. So I have taken detailed sales, and while taking this detailed sales, I want to connect these other tables to this data. So what I will do, I will take a customer table. So I will double click on customer table. As soon as I click on customer table, what this Tableau is doing, this is using artificial intelligence. So it is very powerful software. It will automatically connect all the tables to itself because he know he know about the data. So he knows how to handle the data. So it has already made a relationship with the customer table. So let me see it is making correct or not. So it has made a relationship. We can see in the lower part, in the middle part, how do relationship differ from join? So there are some learning data also. So ignore that. You can move on to this part, the middle part. There is details data. The Tableau has taken customer number as a primary key. And in the customer sheet, this sheet, customer sheet, here we can see all the data of the customer sheet, like what are columns are available and what are data is available. So if we want to see the data at a glance, so we can view from here. Because sometimes in many bigger databases, we are unable to open the huge database in Excel. So we are unable to view also what are the columns, what are the data, what are the top 5 data. So we can do these things in the right side of the pane. If how much bigger the data may be. About this. So this is the data or sample data, and this is like we have taken detailed sales. So it has already created the relationship. And one thing I want to change here. So if I click on the performance options, I am seeing the cardinality. Cardinality is the relationship of one-to-one or many-to-one. So here what is happening is customers will be available only one time in customer table, because the customer can be like one person only. So the customer code cannot be repeated. So that's why customer will be one only. And here detailed sales can be many, because one customer can buy multiple times. So many times customer number will be repeated here. So that's why what we can do is make it many to one. So now we have told the Tableau that this data is connected to each other. You guessed it right. But one thing is we have to change, like the data is related many to one. So many data in the detailed sales and only one data in the customer sheets. So we have made this relationship. Now let's move on to another relationship. What we'll be doing is we will be taking inventory sheet. And if from inventory sheet, if I double click the inventory sheet, what is happening is it has created another relationship. And let's see what's the relationship it has created. So again, it has created product code, and here also product code. So product code, it has taken perfectly. The primary code Tableau has guessed perfectly, though the product code is the primary key. But one thing which again I have to correct is many to one, because in inventory sheet only one inventory is available, and because of from that we are going to take the inventory description, like what is the product description we will be taking from this sheet. Let's take one more table. One more table we will be taking the sales representative. In this table, sales representative, what we'll be getting is who is selling the most, like which salesperson is selling the most, which is helping the most to the company. So we'll be analyzing this thing also. So let me just double click on the sales representative. Now here is the trouble. Here comes the trouble, because as soon as I click on the sales representative, the Tableau is unable to identify the primary key. Tableau is unable to identify the primary key. If anyone can tell me what is the issue, I will just double click on the relationship and just tell me what is the problem here. So actually, let me just select here. Then you will be understanding in a better manner. Let me select here sales representative number, because that will be the primary key. And why Tableau was unable to identify this thing, sales representative number? It is very easy to identify that this is the primary key, but Tableau is working correctly in customer sheet, Tableau is working in inventory sheet. Then what happened now? No, yeah, you can guess some more thing. This is a kind of thing which is possible in coding and this kind of softwares, because it depends totally on data. Yeah, Tripti is correct. Tripti now is telling the right answer. It is the number format. Like it's not only the number format, it is complete format, data type. So it is because the data type was different in both the sheet. So if I see here that in detailed sales representative number is a string type. So string type means ABCD number alphabet types. And in sales representative number in the sales representative sheet, the column which is depicting the sales representative number is in a number type. So how we can identify this thing? So in the left side, we can see a hashtag. So here hashtag denote the number format. If I click here, so actually I will be telling you how to correct this thing. So let's move there first, and then I will show you how we can correct this thing. So let's move on to previous data. And let's see how we can correct this. If I click on this sales representative, as soon as I click on the sales representative in this center part, let me zoom it a bit so that you can understand it in a better way. Here, as I click on this sales representative, here it is telling me what kind of fields are available. So here field names are written, and with the in the left side, the type is denoted. So here sales representative, it has taken as a number format. So what I have to do is I have to change this to string format. String is nothing, just a alphabet format. For easy understanding, we can consider in this way, because if I go into some technical aspects, then it will be more lengthy here in a short span of time. So let me just click on this string, and as soon as I click on this string, you can look here. The relation, it is not showing any error now, because everything is corrected perfectly. perfectly, because now we have told this Tableau software that both the data format is same. So now the data format is same, and now everything is connected to each other, what we are going to visualize today. So now this is like, when we make visualizations, it is very like, I like it very much, because like whenever I start building any visualization, I love the feeling that how this data will going to be visualized. So this is like very effective. And when I started this thing, whenever I look any data, I think there should be a dashboard for them also. Because whenever I see the tally data also, then I see like it is very difficult to analyze all the things in a glance. Now like we can say आदत बिगड़ जाती है. ये आदत ये बिगड़ जाती है कि आपको एक ही डाटा, मतलब जो सेम जो डाटा, when the data which you are analyzing in a long span of time, you start analyzing the data in a very short span of time. So you want every data in this way. So this is the one of the thing which happened to me recently. So but let's move further. We have created our full relationship, and we are moving finally into the visualization part, for which you were waiting for so long. You must be waiting for the visualization from the starting, because the Tableau, whenever you heard about the Tableau software, you heard that it is a visualization tool. So finally the time has come, and we are going to start the visualization. And as you see the pane of the visualization, you can see the screen of the visualization. It is in the sheet 1. We are making the visualization for the sheet 1. And here what we'll be doing is, we will be taking the columns, rows, the sheets, filters, pages, everything we'll be going to consider. So what is, if you can see here columns and rows, you can relate it with the pivot table. In Excel, you must have seen the similar kind of format in pivot table when you build a pivot table. If everyone can relate to it, just type a yes. Yes, many are saying, yeah, Ayush is saying yes, he can relate this window from a pivot table. Okay. So now it is easy. If you are relating the things to the different software, then it is very easy to start with, because now we know pivot table. So now we know how to visualize also. It is very easy. We have to put in the rows, we have to put in the columns. So let's start. Now, it is very easy to drag and drop. What we will do is, we'll drop a country. We will drop a country. Let's see, where is the country? You also participate with me. Where is the country? You can type in the chat box where I can find the country, in which table I can find the country. Customer table, country. Okay, I've found the country here. I will just drag and put it in a column. So what I can see is, there are many type of countries are there, many different countries are there. So it is very difficult to visualize from here. Like if the data will be created like this, then it will be more difficult. So what I can do is, I can remove from here. So let me remove from here, and let me take a different option, and different option will be like here. I will be taking the graphical representation of the countries. So for that, what I have to do is, I can just double click on the country. As soon as I double click on the country, what Tableau will understand that it is a geolocation. So according to geolocation, it will select the graph format. So it has selected correctly the graph format as a country map. So it has demonstrated all the countries in a map. So from this, we know like from like in what countries this company is operating, where the sales are being conducted. So from in a glance, in a second, we can say it is this company is not working in India. So because there is no sale in India, so it is working in different countries. So now the next part is, in which country the maximum sale is happening. So what I have to do is, I have to create a visualization in which I can see in a glance, like I can understand in a better way in which country the most sales is happening. So what we have with us, we have the marks. So this marks will be helpful for us. So what we need is the another related column, that is sales, because here what we have taken only the country data. So for that country data, it has automatically converted it into longitude and latitude, and it has taken to columns and rows. And with the help of that, it has visualized complete data in a graphical format. Now let's take sales plus text. Sales plus text we are taking to analyze which country is performing in a better manner. So let's double click on sales plus text. As soon as I double click on sales plus text, what it has done, it has taken the sales in a size option. So the size of the circle is changed now. So now we can analyze in a more better way. So to zoom this chart, you have to click shift and just scroll. So you can scroll by pressing the shift key. In this way, we can navigate through this chart and we can see. So what we are seeing is in Mexico, there is a maximum sale, and here in UAE, there is a maximum sale. So within a second, we know about this company, like where these people are operating. So within a second, we are going to know about this. And another thing, what we can do is we want the sales to be visible here. We want the labels. So what we can do is we can just drag the sales plus text again in the labels option. Here the label option is there. We can just drag and drop this thing. As soon as we drop this thing, it will show me all the sales data for that country. So we can see complete details of all the countries in a graphical format. This is the best chart which I love about this Tableau and Power BI, because in both the softwares this thing is possible. And if you take it in a manual manner, it will be more difficult task, because we have to first find where the city belongs, in which state it belongs, and we have to create different tables for different countries. So it will be much more complicated. So in this way, we can just finalize this sales dashboard for the sales amount, and we can see this thing. What we can do is we can do a color analysis also here in the same table. How we can do this? We can just drop quantity in colors. So if I drop quantity in colors, so actually here the data is the bigger data is available for these two countries. That's why it is you can't guess it perfectly, because the color is also it is taking in a blue color only. So let me just we can also change the color also. There are much options, but this visualization is trial and error thing. So I don't like this quantity right now. So I'm just removing this quantity. We'll use this quantity thing in some another table, another visualization.
There are some questions in the chat box. I would like to help you with it. So someone is asking, Abhijit is asking, can we do the same thing as per Indian states? So definitely we can use this.
Yeah, definitely. We can use this for Indian states, all the Indian cities. We can analyze this perfectly. I am also using this for my personal dashboards also, in which I am visualizing all the Indian sales data, and it is recognizing perfectly. And there are some ways in which we can solve the outliers. Outliers means sometimes it detects some different country, because some city might be same in some another country also. So for that, we have to teach that this software. So for that, we use some different things. That is a little more technical part. So for your answer, it is now final. We can use this for Indian aspects also for all the Indian cities. So let's move let's move to the another sheet, and let's create another sheet. So like in Excel, if you want to make another data analysis, you just click on the add sheet option. So here also there is an option of new workbook. As soon as I click on new workbook, I will be getting another pivot table window. This is not a pivot table window, but to relate from the Excel, I am saying this. So here you can see another visualization window has opened. So what we are doing is the whole procedure I am telling you. What we are doing is we will be making different visualization in different worksheet. How the format of Tableau is working, I'm summarizing it. How it is working is we make all the visualizations in different worksheets. And after we have analyzed all the worksheets, what we can do is we can combine this in a dashboard. So here in lower part, you can see new worksheet, new dashboard, and new story. So we can make a new dashboard, and from here, all the sheets we can club and drop here. So when I click on here in the sheet 1, so sheet 1 is now visible. So sheet like this, we will be creating different visualization, and we will be clubbing all the visualizations in the dashboard. And when we have made all the different dashboards, we can club all the different dashboards in a story. So this is the pattern of the Tableau. First, what is the hierarchy? Just write on the chat box, what will be the hierarchy? What will come first? What is the first part in this Tableau software? Just interact with me to make it more like happening, like I want to know you are getting this point or not. So first there is a worksheet. Yeah, correct. So you can relate from the Excel. There also we say it as a worksheet. Okay, so the worksheet will be there. Yeah, some are saying that the first is the data source. That is the thing. The data source is the first thing. The first thing we have to connect the data, create the relationship. Then we have to start the visualization. In visualization, what is the first thing? Now I am changing the question to adapt to what I want to know the answers. Yeah, again, Raman sir, we have already connected data. In visualization, what is the first thing? In visualization, what is the first thing? Visualization, first thing is worksheet. Let me just tell me from myself only. The first thing is worksheet, and then the dashboard. Second number is dashboard. Third number is story. Okay. So first is worksheet. Second is dashboard. Third is story. So in this way, we can build a complete complete visualization. Okay, I'll be taking it. I think it's going very fast. Many members, if some members are saying it's very fast. So please write on the chat box if I should reduce the speed. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Some are saying it's perfect. Some are saying it's fast.
Okay, so let me take. Clear. Okay. Okay, everyone is clear with the concept. So let me summarize also, so that if someone has left in between, I think if someone has left in between, that's why they are considering it is going fast. So let me summarize also. What we have done, we have taken an Excel sheet. In Excel sheet, we have imported that Excel sheet into Tableau software. After importing this Tableau software, what we have in which sheet we have imported, at what corner, part we have used, that is data source. So with the help of data source, we have used this option to import the data. So we have used this sheets option. Then we have created the relationships between the tables. So the second part was the building relationships. In between relationships, we found one error also. We have corrected that error by changing the variable types. So we have we have corrected the field option from number to string. So you can remember this thing, number to string. So you will remember we have done this thing. And after we have done all the visualizations, we started visualizing. And in the visualization part, I just completed one visualization, which is of sales by country. So let me name also, so that you can you will be able to understand it in a better way. Like just I will be double clicking on the heading, and I will just change this to sales by country. Okay, and I will be making this as a bold, and okay, apply. Okay, so now it's visible, sales by country. And here also I can write here sales by country. So I am writing in a short form, S by C. Okay, so sales by country, we have completed this visualization part. So now let's move on to the second part. Now what we'll be doing is we will be taking as a sales representative. Okay, which sales representative is selling the most? So what we'll be taking is first name of the sales representative. So these are all the list of sales representative with us in this company, and we'll be taking sales plus tax. So I'm double clicking on the sales plus tax. So here we have all the data in which we have summarized this everything according to sales representative. So what it is like what this software has done. It has done the function of sum if you remember from the Excel. If we have to summarize with a common data like a sales representative, then we use their sum if function. So in that way, it summarizes everything, all the data in a particular column format. So we have this now column of all the sales. But I think so it is not looking nice, because we are using Tableau and we want a very visual, attractive visualization in which we can analyze in a better way. So what I will do is I will just click on this show me. So when I click on this show me, it will show all the different kind of visualizations which can be done in this particular data. So I will just click on this packed bubbles. So let's use this packed bubbles. And what it has done is, it has shown me in a very graphical presentation manner and which sales representative is selling the most. So now you can answer it very fast, in a very fast manner, who is working perfectly. So as you can see, Haitao and Lin, these two persons are working the most. They are selling the most of the goods for the company. So what we can do is we can bring here the amount also. So it will be better for us. So what I will be doing is I will be bringing sales plus tax. So this is the sales plus tax. I will put in the label option. So here I can see the label. Now let's see who is selling. Like if I want to visualize in a different variable, the different variable kind is the quantity. Now let's bring the quantity here and let's see quantity. It is working. The quantity is working here on it. So let's bring the quantity in the color option. Okay, now it is looking very nice, and it is telling so many analysis is done by just looking at it. So by looking at it, you can understand what is going on here. You can see here, if the color is dark, that means the quantity the person is selling is the highest, and if the color is light, the quantity the person is selling is less. And with the size option, so we are working on the multi-dimension. We are not working on one dimension. We are working on multi-dimension. So in multi-dimension, with the help of color, we are also analyzing. With the help of size of the bubble, we are analyzing. So size of bubble is saying the amount of sale, and the color of bubble is saying the quantity of sale. So as I can see, the Mikyung, the sales representative person, he is selling the maximum quantity, but the sales amount is very less. So if we're saying the data, if we want to incentivize the people, so we should not it should not be partiality. So to see only one data, that's it, sales amount. We should also consider the quantity also. So here we have taken the quantity part also. So now I can rename this sheet as sales by sales representative. Okay. In short form, I have taken sales rep and double bold apply. Okay. So now from here in this visualization, we can see this thing. Okay. And again, now I will rename the sheet also. Here in sheet, I will rename it by S by SR. So sales representative. So in this way, I can see this thing. So now the thing is we have to bring this sheet into our dashboard. So what we have to do is we have to go to the dashboard. So we have moved it to the dashboard, and as we can see, a blue dot is there in sheets because we have used this sheet, but we haven't used this sheet. So we'll just double click on it. As soon as I double click on it, it will show all the visualization here. We can just drag here and there as we like if we want this in this area, so we can just move to this area. So we can do like this. So in dashboard, we can move things here and there. So this is possible. So this is very effective way to analyze the things. We have just analyzed two data, and I think so you must be loving the visualization part. I think you are getting also how to visualize the data. So we have just taken represent sales representative and country. Now let's use the third table for the visualization. That is the okay. There you can post your queries in your chat box, and we will be helping you in whatever error you are getting. So we will be helping you after the seminar also. If it is possible, then you can post in your WhatsApp, your group in the group WhatsApp. We will be helping you for all the errors. So let's move further. We have just completed this two visualizations in the dashboard. Now let's create another sheet. Let's move. I will move this sheet here in the third sheet, and here I will be taking the product description. So a product description I am having in inventory. So here I am having the product description. So I will just take the product description. So from here I can see we have this much products available with us, and we'll be posting then what we have to analyze, the sales plus text. So we'll be using the sales plus text I will double click on sales plus tax. So here we can see all the data. So now it is a very boring data because we are not getting much idea about this from seeing this data. So let me just start visualizing this thing. So I will just click on the show me and I will just start visualizing. So let us take another kind of data that is a tile sheet. It is a very effective tile sheet. So let's see what is happening. As soon as I click on the tile sheet, what is happening is it has let me just hide this. Okay, so from color we can identify if it is getting dark blue, then it shows it has done the maximum sales. So let me put the labels also so you can understand it in a better way. I will just put the sales plus tax in the labels. So now we can see. So polished gold ultra sleek watch for women. This is selling the most for this company. So the company has sold 83,27,000 of the value of this watch. And this is the second number, this is on the third number, and in like this way, we can use this thing. This is called the heat map. This you might have seen in the stock market portfolio, and many many news channel uses this to show the Nifty and Sensex data. To show the gain and loss. So this is the same kind of data we are using, same kind of visualization we are using. One more, this is one dimension. Now let us make this 2 dimension. So how to make this? We use the another dimension. We will be using the color dimension because size, it has taken the size dimension. Let us take, okay. So it has taken both the color size also and color also in the same sales sum amount. But I want the different dimension. So I will just remove the color option and I'm removing the color. So now it is of the same color, and the bigger the size of the box, it will show the greater amount of sales. So this is clear. Now I'm using quantity in the color option. Okay. So now it will show a different aspect. What it is showing is we are selling, this company is selling in quantity wise, the maximum sales is done of digital plastic watch. But in a value, the maximum sale is done of this woman watch. So this visualization we can understand in another dimension also. So now we have created the third part, that was the sales by product description. Okay, so we have created all these 3 visualizations. This is sales by product description. Okay, so now we'll be importing this thing in our dashboard also. So we can just move this here so that it is easy to understand by country and by this view also. And one more thing we can do is, if we click on this UAE, when we click on this UAE, all this data should change because it should show that what are the which sales representative has sold the maximum in the UAE, which product has been sold the maximum in the UAE. So if we want to drill down, this is called drilling down. If we want to drill down in the information, then we have to connect all this visualization. So how we can connect all this visualization? We have to just click on this visualization. There is one filter button. One filter button is available. You have to just click on this filter button. And this we can do with all this visualization by clicking on this filter button. Now what it will do, let me relate it to Excel. In Excel, you must have seen slicer. In pivot table, we use slicers to filter the dashboards, filter the graphs, filter the tables. So in the same way, here we have a filter button. So as soon as we click here, filter, now it will be working dynamic way, in a dynamic way. As I click on the UAE, all the data will be changed. So it will tell me, the visualization will tell me the Lin has sold the maximum in the UAE. He is the working person in UAE, and he has the maximum, the maximum inventory which is sold here is polished gold ultra sleek watch. So UAE is the biggest buyer for us of this watch. So this we can understand from here. If I just want to see the complete data, I can just click escape. As soon as I click escape, it will show me all the data. We can drill down from here also. If I want to see the data of this watch, which all countries are buying this watch. So I will just click on this and it will show me like this 2-3 country, only 3 countries buying this watch. So these are my biggest buyer, because this, as we seen in our previous visualizations, this was the highest selling product. So we can see here, these are sold in Mexico and UAE and some in France. So we can see from this data, and these 2 persons are helping to get these results. So in this way, if I click on escape, I'm getting the complete data. So these are the things which can be visualized, and we can create multiple sheets also. But due to like lack of time, we have a limited time to teach you all these concepts, which is a very vast concepts. It take a lot of time to analyze these things, to understand these things. So now we will be moving to the end of the seminar, and let me just call the Alok sir also in the dashboard to help me to conclude this session, and will to know the reviews of the audience, if they have understood it in a better manner or no, or how useful it was for all the students.
Rajat, it was brilliant. Like the way you explained the practical aspect, it was very good. We are seeing the comments in the chat box, amazing claps, and people are excited to learn more.
Yeah.
And I always say that learning never ends. So the more you learn, the more you earn. So first you have to learn, and then you remove the L, and then basically it's your learning that pays the best interest. And I hope we have done justice to your time. People have taken out time from their office hours and invested here. So yes, definitely. One question we had, like, what is the difference between a Tableau and Power BI, and which one to use? I'm just taking that one. I'm just sharing a screen, and I will show you how. You need to stop your speech.
I just did.
Right. And it was a wonderful Rajat.
Thank you so much, Alok sir, and thank you all the audience for listening so patiently and learning the new skill. I know it might be new for many of the members, but you have done a fantastic job in learning this.
It's always tough, but tough people survive the toughest task. So these all are like people who have shown enthusiasm in learning, and that is the great thing. I'm just sharing my screen, and just to show you how like to decide whether to use Power BI or Tableau. We have shared the feedback form link in the chat box. So by the time I'm doing that, you can just take out 1 minute to share your feedback, because it is important for us. Your comments keep us going.
Yeah, I'm loving the comments. I think this will motivate us further to make another to conduct another sessions.
Yeah, do let us know what topic you want to cover in the next one. So we will put it up across the CP committee, and then definitely we will this thing. We will get the PPT also. We will share the PPT in this group, WhatsApp group. So everyone is requested to join the WhatsApp group. I'm just showing you the difference between Power BI and Tableau. I'm just sharing my screen, and then yeah, we will have some sessions on Excel, and join these groups, because on daily basis we'll be putting a lot of stuff on the groups to enlighten our members, and this is the need of the hour also. So I'm just sharing my screen, and so this is one image that I'm going to show you that will just answer this query as to which one to use. Okay, I hope the difference is visible to you all. So Tableau versus Power BI, basically what we have to see is there are different differences, point of differences that we have to look into. So one is visualization. So in Tableau, mobile friendly dashboard with perfect ability to integrate infinite amount of data points and analysis. So basically Tableau is more helpful in doing the analysis as compared to Power BI, because in Excel there are limited visualization that you can do, limited charts and all these things are there. Then about data sources, obviously Tableau can connect to more data sources from servers also. Excel has a limited functionality, and even when it comes to Power BI, because it can collaborate only with Azure and other data sources, limited ability to connect with sources. Then when it comes to data handling, so robust BI tools handles millions of rows of data, no impact on performance of dashboard when it comes to Tableau. So, but it is when we talk about Power BI, it is better for smaller data sets, timeouts, and slow performance for larger data set. So Tableau will definitely help you with over a bigger data set. So if you are having a bigger data set, then Tableau is much better than Power BI. Wide range of analytics capabilities suitable for user group of different skill groups. And it is like mostly dealing with data concepts and data modeling. Last is machine learning. So inbuilt machine learning algorithm, recent addition of speech analysis tool. So they are coming up with different analyticals and updates on these softwares. So whenever you buy a licensed version, you get to see a lot more. And it depends on what kind of use you are going to derive from these software. So accordingly, you can decide like which one to go. So what is the pro tip? So if you are a fresher and you want to learn, then better is to go for a Tableau. But if you want to use it regularly on a repetitive basis, then better to go with the Power BI, because Power BI is freely available, and it works with the data set also, smaller data set. So I think that would be a suitable point to decide.
Sir, I want to add one point here. Yes. If you want to use only the flat files, that means you have the data, you don't have to connect with the server every time. Then you can also use Tableau Public. So this is another variant of Tableau, which is freely available. So you can just download Tableau Public. What we were using today was Tableau Desktop. This was a paid, like this is a paid software. So we can also use Tableau Public. It's same. It's also same. So we can use both the options.
Can we export the dashboard to Excel PPTs for sharing? So yes.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, we have on the same. It's same like Excel only. In that we have the option of file save as. In here also we have the options of all the options, and there we have the options to export also. So we can export it in a PPT and we can show to our management, and you can include that on our PPT also, the images, all the visualizations part.
Group link is already being shared. I think we will share it one more time so that people can join in. And thank you for being a patient listener. And definitely would like to see you in the upcoming sessions. Soon we will be announcing the next session on a different skill set. So I'm sharing the group link again, and those who are not a part of the group, they can join it again. And I hope everyone has filled their feedback forms, because we would love to see your feedback and take it forward.
It's very necessary for us to know like how we are teaching and how the things are going on.
Yeah. So earlier there was a session on dashboard that is available on my YouTube channel. I have shared the link also. Power BI also we will upload it. We are yet to get.
I have uploaded Power BI also in my channel.
Yeah. So Rajat, you can also share your link so that people can.
Okay, I will be posting in WhatsApp group also. In my YouTube channel, I have shared the Power BI the video link, so you can watch that video. You will be finding the same sales dashboard video in that channel. So in that Power BI format. So you in that way you can relate in a better way what both the software Tableau and Power BI.
Yeah, I think now we can invite Chanchal ma'am for doing the closing remarks, and she has also been a wonderful moderator.
Thank you so much, Alok sir, and thank you so much, Rajat sir, for sharing your knowledge. And also thanks to all participants who are patiently joined the webinar. And I think we all have increased our knowledge about the Excel and Tableau also. And if have any query, please mention in chat box, or maybe
unmute also. There is one person who has raised his hand, Pampa Nahata. So maybe you can unmute and ask your query.
Yes, please.
Actually, he must be panelist for doing that thing.
Okay. So you can put your queries in the group
chat box. Yeah, on a WhatsApp group.
Also, WhatsApp group also. We will be there to answer. Rajat and both. I am there in the group, so we will answer. Take up all your queries.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. And thank you all of you.
Thank you.
Now we are ending the session. Okay, thank you so much.